I want to formally apologize to the people of who's ever happens to be watching the show. The point of this show is not to preach the kind of hate that you're hearing today. The point of this show is to say that there are children that are being raised in our country that are having hateful beliefs, and how are we going to deal with it? There is no disrespect meant for anybody's religion. God bless you all. Okay.
I'm 11 years old.
I'm 12 years old.
And I'm 14. We believe that blacks are not equal to whites, and when the time comes, God will demand us to kill all Jews.
Who? Kill who? Oh, yeah, you're going to get canceled. You're going to get canceled retroactively, lady. You're going to get canceled.
Listen to what you just heard. These are vile words that did not come out of the mouth of some middle-aged bigot.
Yes, they did, because this video came out in 93. Says she's 14 years old. So I don't know if my math is that correct. That makes her about 43, something like that. Yeah, and she's a bigot at 43. So, yeah.
They came out of the mouth of a child. And so the question now is, how do we deal with it? Because we do have to deal with it. One day, these kids are going to grow up, and that poison is going to be spread. So how do we deal with it? 14-year-old Jennifer Christ and her sister, 11-year-old Amy. With them is the Thomas family, 14-year-old Nathan, 12-year-old Josh, and 9-year-old Sarah.
Now, if you believe that kids are off limits and all that type of stuff, I have two things for you. Number one, you might just want to cut this video off, or technically they're not kids. They're adults. They were kids then. So now we're retroactively punishing them for their sins. So we're talking to adults right now. Okay?
They are racists. They say a race war is coming. And when God gives the word, they will start killing Jews.
You're going to get canceled.
Let me start off right away. I am Jewish. My daughter is Jewish. Are you saying to me that if given the chance, you would kill my daughter?
In a second.
Yeah, don't get that close. She already said it. She looks nuts. They're all going to laugh at you. Did she say yes?
How do you explain to me?
I was talking. If she said yes.
All right, I'm Jewish. My daughter is Jewish. Are you saying to me that if given the chance, you would kill my daughter?
In a second.
Oh, listen. I hate to say this. I respect her for this because of what he tried to do. First of all, not only is she a female, she's a child. And he tried to walk up on her, like not aggressively, but there's an intimidation factor to what he just did. And she looked him straight in his eyes and said in a heartbeat, punk. In a heartbeat, punk. You got to respect her for that. A little bit. It's not respect, but you got to, it's whatever it is. You got to give it to her.
How do you explain to me, and I'm going to be polite to you because of your age, and I figure that once in life, when you grow a little older, maybe you'll learn.
No.
But how do you go through life suggesting that you have the right to say to any human being that, one, you will kill them, or two, that you sitting here are better than any other person?
The Holy Bible.
The who?
In the Bible, it tells us that when Yahweh returns, that's what I call my God, he's going to mark every Jew, and they shall be killed.
I'm not about to get canceled.
John 8:44 states that they are from the devil's children.
And you listen to this and you buy that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it says it right in the Bible. And if you read the Bible, then you can understand it.
I would bet any amount of money that she grew up with some type of binary thing going on with her. She's not a woman anymore. I would bet that. How much you want to bet?
Does it dawn on you that most people think you're wrong? Do they not know how to read the Bible and you do? How come you're right and everyone else in the world is wrong?
Because
did God come to you and say you're smarter than anybody else?
No, but I go to Bible study every Sunday.
Are you the only person who does?
No, there's a lot of people that feel the same way as me.
100 million Christians go to Bible school, and they go to Bible school and they don't get the message you do?
Maybe they just don't got her heart. It took a lot of heart for her to say what she said to you, buddy. You tried to scare her, and she told you she'd get your daughter up out of here in a heartbeat, in a second. F them kids. That's what she told you.
They listen to the Judeo-Christianity.
Yeah.
And they listen to the Jews, which are the devils.
you're listening to this and you buy that. You're willing to go on national television here and tell everybody, because they see who you are, that if given the chance, you will go out and kill a Jew.
When my God comes back, I will.
How do you feel about Jews?
I don't actually hate them. I hate the religion, and I believe that they are the devil's daughters and sons. Or, yeah.
I have to apologize to Jewish people, because I said in my Matt Walsh video that I didn't know the difference between a Jewish person and a white person. Because to me, Jerry Springer and this kid they look alike. But now I do know the difference. I do.
What do you think about blacks?
There's nothing wrong with them, but you should race mix.
But you wouldn't kill them.
No.
Kill Jews?
You just send them back to
She probably got black mixed kids.
Africa.
Yeah.
That's where he came from.
Back to Africa.
But you all brung us here.
No,
You all brought us here.
the Jews
You
brought you
all-
here.
the
The
Jews-
Jews brought you
Paper that
here.
we gave you.
White Christians had nothing to do with it.
White Christians had nothing to do with slavery. Meanwhile, the Willie Lynch letter, which people think doesn't exist, was written in Jesus' name. Oh my God. Oh my God. Have you ever seen Birth of a Nation? Never mind. Go home and watch it.
Why did you take it out on everyone? Everyone didn't do that to you.
I wonder what these people look like now. Does she still wear those glasses?
Excuse me?
I said, why do you take it out on everyone? Everyone didn't hurt you.
Listen, I have a black friend in school. I have nothing against blacks.
Oh, I had one black friend in school. I have nothing against blacks, except I'm just sitting here looking like a stupid little racist with that dumb dress on.
She has nothing against me. She understands where I'm coming from.
And where's that?
I'm coming from the Holy Bible. It says it right in the Bible.
Oh, that's the answer? Good answer. You know what? Let's just use the Bible.
Excuse me, I'm a Jew, and I just like to say that, in our Bible it says that you're like animals.
What Bible are you?
What? See? I see. I just tried, Jewish people. I tried to apologize. But see, now, she kind of looks like an animal. She looks a little bit like a dog. Like, seriously, her. So, what Bible do y'all have that make white people animals? This is a civil war. You guys have beef with each other, and y'all like arguing what's white?
What are you reading from?
The Bible that was made a long, long time ago. And your Bible was just made because you wanted to.
Your racism is showing, little Jewish girl. You need to sit your ass down. So now they're dogs.
Why don't you make a Bible?
The Jews
Huh?
crucified our God.
The what?
The Jews are responsible for crucifying our God.
Well, I just
I mean, technically, those were, kind of happened.
want to know, why don't you like
If you believe in the Bible, then what she just said happened.
Jews? They're just like you. They have 10 fingers, 10 toes. They have the same hair. Just why don't you like them?
Came on here. I have black friends. I said, I don't hate black people, okay? If they start with me, then I'm going to start with them. But I could get along with black people just as good as you can.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
What about Jews?
No. Let me tell you why you can't get along with black people just as good as he can. Because that is up to us. And we won't like you. We won't like you at all, I can tell. I'm going to Google you after I get off this video. I want to find you now. I want to do a Where Are They Now for you motherfuckers.
I don't like the religion.
Okay.
I won't go anywhere near them.
But what you're talking is you're saying, I'll go and I'll kill them. Doesn't that strike you? Is there something?
When
Isn't
our
there
God
something?
returns, I will.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. Sorry.
What if you're wrong? Do you ever worry about that?
No.
Oops.
You don't worry. You don't worry that one day God may come back and say, "I never ever taught you to hate."
No, God is hate. God is not love like everybody else is saying.
Hey, no.
The Bible is full of
listen.
hate and war.
Hey, I ain't going to lie. This is the time that it might sound crazy that I'm agreeing with her. and you get mad all you want to. God doesn't really like you. God doesn't really like you. If you look at the Bible, the reasoning for Jesus is to save the world. Like, that's why you have to pray to Jesus. Like, if it was up to God, he would destroy your stupid asses. And if y'all really think about it, you shouldn't blame them, because people are stupid idiots, clown dummies that purposely break the rules that was supposedly given to them. And then they have the gall to blame the stuff on God. Thou shalt not kill. But my God said it's gonna kill. Thou shalt not commit fornication. But God's gonna send me the perfect man. So y'all are stupid. So if I was God, I would hate you idiots too. And I would have to have a whole son that you could pray all your stupid prayers to, and he'll answer them because I'm ignoring your dumb ass. So I agree with her that God is hate. He hates you idiots from the very beginning of time. Destroyed the world multiple times. Like multiple times. The world was destroyed. You clown idiot humans. Losers. So hell yeah, God hates y'all. Why wouldn't he?
God is hate?
Yes.
Who told you this?
Me.
The Bible, it
She
says it
watches
right in the
my
Bible.
channel. She subscribes to it. It's a fact. He hates you idiots. That's why you have to pray to Jesus. God hates you. He does not like you. No. And he shouldn't.
People would open their eyes and read the Bible.
Okay, somebody stand up.
God loves everybody
No,
in
he
this
don't.
world. He made us.
No, he don't. That is a lie. That is the biggest lie of the show.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk to kids in the audience who have been victims of racism. Please don't go away. Ask you kids, how many here feel that they have been a victim of racism or discrimination? Let me go to you here. Tell me your story.
Hold on.
A couple of things happened.
Let me, and I don't mean to be, inconsiderate of anyone. But why the hell did you go to a little white kid to explain his experience of racism before all these black ass hands went up, when you know how this country is? Never mind. Just go off. Let's hear his experience. I'm not going to downplay his experiences. I think I already just did, but whatever.
Once on the way home from school, people have called me Kike and Dirty Jew, and they've chased me home from school, and I've got things thrown at me before just because I was Jewish. And one time after a basketball game, when we were shaking hands, they just came up to us and called us Dirty Jews and started shoving us.
And you want to know how I know that wasn't some black kids? Because a lot of black people don't know the difference between Jewish people and white people. It really isn't one until it's a problem. And then it's like, oh, I'm Jewish. I told y'all. The yay thing made me know a couple people that are Jewish that I thought was white this whole time. And they were Jewish. Never knew.
That's right, clap.
Let me ask you, do you think that's okay?
Well, I wouldn't say that in front of somebody, and I wouldn't make fun of them just because of what they are. But I mean...
See, she got some heart. Like her, it's some hope for her. Like she grew up and had a black boyfriend. Like it's something to her. She's not like the rest of them. So like she's indoctrinated with it, but she don't even really believe it. Like she's a nice person up here with evilness. And she's not old enough to be her own person. So she's being what she was raised in. I can guarantee you if we look up Sarah Thomas, she's like an activist for, like she's the opposite of what she's representing right here. I can guarantee it. I can see it in her. I can listen to her responses. She's not like them.
Yeah, but have you ever been hurt? Have you ever had people make fun of you?
Yeah.
And it never hurts?
It hurts. Of course it hurts.
Yeah. And do you like, and that's okay? That's an okay way to live, to have people make fun of other people?
Everybody gets.
I thought that little girl was a boy, so I know they done been talked about because they are an open target.
Threatened and everything with like peers of my own age through their life. I mean, it's a common, everyday thing.
And that's okay?
I wouldn't go up.
Gosh, I'm
I wouldn't
sorry.
go up to him and start pushing him.
No?
Because.
But you'd kill him. I asked you.
When the time comes, I will.
God says.
When God says, but not right now.
Y'all sound stupid.
Tell me about that. Explain to me
Who's
when the time,
clapping
because
for
first of all, I want to be ready because I want to know where you're going to be. Okay?
We're everywhere.
So, yeah. No, with all due respect, thank God you're not everywhere.
We
thank
will be.
God you're not everywhere.
More
but
and more
okay,
people every day
tell
are
me,
waking up.
Explain to me when the day comes, how you're going to be killing people.
With whatever
Honest
reason
anything.
The what?
Nobody's gonna
We're
give
gonna-
away their secrets. Just Jerry, just have your daughter around when the time comes. Keep doing your shows. Keep doing everything you gotta do. Ain't nobody gonna give you a tip of when they're coming to bust your head, boy. It's the purge. You'll hear the siren go off when it's the purge time. She's not gonna tip you off. Hey, I'm gonna rob you at 6:30. Make sure you have your money, your wallet accessed, and be there where I can get easy access out, where I can leave, where I can just do something to you and leave. 6:30 on the 12th. Make sure you empty out all your accounts, have as much cash on you as possible. I'm about to come rob you. Okay? All right, bet. 6:30 on the 12th.
Fight for our God, for our white race.
I tell you what, why don't you
Who
come
is
up
clapping for that? Is that them on the stage? Which one of you little racists is in the crowd clapping for that cap?
here for a second? Yeah. Because I want you to see the human being.
Look at this girl right here. She grew up a member of LGBTQ+. Look at that sweater. And sitting next to this person, you know she's a member. These 2 members of the community. 3 members of the community. Future. They say, oh, you were born with it. I know. You can tell. You can look at people and tell. Homosexual, non-binary. Respectfully. No disrespect to you. But you can just look at people sometimes and tell.
You're talking to, okay? Now you tell
What
them
is
you're
he
Jewish,
back
right?
for?
Yes.
Okay, and you're wearing a yarmulke.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when you wear your yarmulke, it's very visible
Don't
to
touch
people
it.
who otherwise wouldn't guess that.
Disrespectful, ain't it? I don't know. Jewish people, tell me, is it touching the yarmulke disrespectful? Seem like it is. Don't touch my damn hat.
In fact, you are Jewish. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, instead of just
Pat
talking,
me on the
I
head
want you
like a damn dog. Oh, you wearing the yarmulke? Why you ain't? You said you're Jewish.
to explain to him how one day you're going to kill him.
Stop saying that.
It's simple.
He's not gonna give you the tips on how it's gonna happen.
When the time comes and our Yahweh returns, he will go down just like the rest of them.
That's a concept.
This lady should be an army general. She should be a general of the army. She's ruthless, brutal, lethal.
You would have no problem. Let's say last night you got the word. You would have no
Stop
trouble coming up
saying
to
it.
this young
I already
man
told you, him
and killing him
your daughter,
with a gun.
you, whoever. She already done said it, bruh. How many different ways do you want her to tell you that she's gonna exterminate your ass? She said it already.
With a knife, with what?
Anything.
What makes you
Anything,
think that there's enough of you to kill out all the Jews and everybody that you want to kill out?
We're all over the world.
You may think it's just
So
us,
are
but
we.
it's a lot more.
Yes,
I have
okay.
I have a lot of skinhead friends that would have no problem killing you.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah, this lady is the most lethal assassin on planet Earth ever.
I'm losing my function here as a talk show host, and I recognize that, but that's okay because this issue is bigger than being a talk show host. You can have a seat. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of
You
it.
lost your
What's
function as a
scary-
talk show host as soon as you tried to intimidate this little girl, and she told you that she'll off your baby girl. You tried it. You tried to intimidate her. It did not work because she's a lethal assassin. She's Laura Croft.
Me.
She's a trained killer.
What scares me with all this is that you weren't born evil. You weren't born bad. And what's scary about all of this is that behind every one of these 5, which once were beautiful young babies, somebody has put this in their mind.
Now that's a fact. Bring your daddy's ass out so we could talk about that punk.
Nobody did.
Shut up, Army. Shut up.
Excuse me?
We found it out for ourselves.
You found out?
No one put it
My
in our
dad
mind.
does
No
not
one
force me to believe
indoctrinated
in what I
us.
believe in.
Little girl. It's something to her. She was the only one that wasn't yelling some dumb shit at that moment.
Someone we heard about
Wait,
it.
let
we,
him talk. Go ahead.
We found it out for ourselves
How'd you find it out?
in the Bible.
What? Who told you that was the interpretation of the Bible?
Somebody told us, but
When they said the people who are like 30 years old and the virgins, they look like him. Respectfully, I don't think he ever lost weight. He got bigger. he still has the same metrosexual look, he's probably a member of the community as well. So he's all about love now. He's all about inclusion now. So I think he got out of it too, but another way. Because there's something to him that's very feminine in nature. He kind of looks like a woman in a sense. Doesn't he? Doesn't he look like a lesbian? This is something. Doesn't he have like a lesbian face a little bit? Lesbian woman? Respectfully. Yeah.
We had a choice if we wanted to believe it or not, and we believed it.
My dad didn't just hammer it into our heads.
No, does your dad disagree with what you say?
No.
Your dad agrees with what you say.
Yes.
My mom
Of
doesn't.
course he does.
Yeah. Your dad does? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What does your mom say to this?
She hates it, but she can't tell me what to do with my life.
Nobody can. It's our lives.
Would you kill your mom?
Assassin.
No.
Why not?
She's not a Jew.
Is that the only evil in the world? Let's find
Most
other
of it.
victims of racism. Go ahead. You've been a victim of racism?
Yes.
Tell me how it happened.
Okay, I went over to one of my friend's house because he is white, and and I went over to the park, and I went over there and there was all these white people in there saying, "You nigger this, you nigger that," and I was sort of getting really upset. But deep down inside, I felt really sad about that. And this one white boy came up to me and hit me, and I hit him back, and then we started a fight. Then the neighbors had to come over and pick us up.
And he just
Well, anybody with a flat top like that is a professional boxer because you have that Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, Young Muhammad top. You kind of look like Frank Bruno or some boxer. So I can imagine that you did fight him because you look like a boxer.
hit you because you're black.
Yes.
Did you go home and talk to your parents and say, what kind of a human being is that? What kind?
Did you whoop his ass? Forget your parents. Did you win the scrap? That's what we care the most about. When you hit him, did you whoop his ass? All that parent shit. You know, people don't listen to their parents. People listen to these hands. Did you whoop his ass?
Talk did you have with mom and dad?
Well, I asked my mom and dad, why do white people hate blacks? And, why do white people hate Jews?
We don't hate
We
blacks.
don't hate
We don't
blacks.
hate blacks.
We don't hate blacks because we don't hate you.
Yeah.
We just believe that the race.
You hear that, Jewish people? Why do people hate y'all? Because he said, why do people hate blacks and why do people hate Jews? Well, we don't hate blacks. Why do people hate y'all, Jewish people? I know it's because like how y'all try to really bully people and then call it anti-Semitic to say that you bully people, but it is that. But why other reason people hate y'all? Like, why people don't like y'all like that?
It should be separated.
Yeah.
Remember in Matthew it said, love thy neighbors as thyself.
What's wrong with being proud of my white race and trying to
You
keep
could
it
be- you
pure?
could be proud.
What's wrong with being? Let me answer this question, little kids. What's wrong with being proud of your white race is you being a supremacist with it. Like, it's okay with being proud of your race, but then saying you're gonna destruct and destroy other races in your pride. Now we have a problem, little young girl.
What is wrong with that?
I'm gonna look you up right now.
Could you tell me where you buy your Bibles at?
At a Bible store.
Where did you buy
King
your
James
Bibles
Version.
at?
Place you buy
Anybody in
yours.
here have King James? That's the best
It's a
Bible to
regular
read out
Bible.
of.
It says King.
I'm not.
You read it?
You know.
I don't know where y'all buy
Do you
your
understand
Bibles
it?
at.
Why? Let me ask you this question. All the people in the world that read the King James Bible, how come there's just this group?
Only
and-
the right race understands it.
Okay, well, wait. No, hold on.
Only the white race.
So out of everybody that reads the Bible, only the white race understands it. Elaborate for me, because I'm willing to say that the black race doesn't understand it. So maybe only the white race does. So elaborate for me. Before I call you stupid, I want you to explain it, because you might be right. So tell me, because black people don't understand the Bible. They make up their own shit. So come on with it. Tell me something.
Still have his
Hold
eyes
on.
open
How
to
come
understanding the truth.
99%? How come 99% of white Christians don't believe as you do, and they're reading the same Bible?
Perverted by the Jews, the way they teach it.
So 99% of white Christians are perverted, and you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
God came to your particular family and said, you're going to be wise and everyone else in the world is dumb?
No,
Do you
we had a
honestly believe
choice.
that?
We didn't listen to the Jews.
Okay.
The everybody else in the world is dumb part, I believe, but I don't think they're smart either. So I'm on the fence of this. Like, I don't know where to think. I don't know what to think.
So 99% of white Christians are, as you said, perverted, but you are okay? You...
We know.
See, the 99% perverted part sounds like a fact, but the only part is them being the non-perverted part. But it's like, so where do I separate them from everybody else? Because they're not the right ones, but I think there is a good portion of people who are stupid. So I need to hear more context. I need more context here.
Did God come to you and say, son, you're it?
No.
Well, then how come everyone else is wrong and you're right?
Nobody else. Not everybody else is wrong.
Well, we just said that 99%, okay, 98%, whatever that one number is.
There's a lot of Christian identity people out there.
Of the overwhelming majority of white Christians don't believe that. Then they read the same Bible that you do, the King James Bible.
The Jews teach totally wrong.
And somehow they fooled everybody else, but they didn't get to fool you. You are that exceptional. You are that smart. Just you 5 people.
No, I realize.
Salute to them for them being that smart. Now, come
Well,
on.
And they don't. And they don't. Does the Pope read the Bible?
So get your
But then
facts
a different
right.
Does the Pope read the Bible?
Yes.
Is the Pope wrong?
Pope's
Yes.
Jewish.
The Pope has been perverted?
Yes.
Yes.
By the Jews.
He is a Jew.
No, not by them. By his own self and his freaky little touching of little boys. Hell yeah, the Pope has been perverted. The Pope is a pervert. Let's not do this, Jerry. You're making a point, but you're making these kids right when you say little stupid shit like that. Like, don't do that. Don't make the racist kids right.
He's Jewish. See, that's
The
how
Pope
these
is
people.
Jewish?
He's half Jewish. His mom is Jewish.
Later, we're going to meet the people.
Listen, I don't know the difference for real. The Pope looks like you, Jerry, and you just described yourself as Jewish. You look like the Pope.
Now, joining us now is Jennifer and Amy's father, August Christ, and with him is Nathan, Josh, and Sarah's father, Pastor Mark Thomas.
First of all,
Do
both of these
either
two, I could have pointed out.
do
in
you
the crowd.
understand
I could've
what
pulled both of them
you're
out of a
doing to
line.
your children in terms of they
If you ask
obviously
me,
all believe now.
what
I mean,
those
these kids believe what you have told them,
dad
but you're
looked like.
sending them out there into this world
I would have
preaching
picked these
this
two out of a line.
this hatred. Doesn't that concern you?
I'll answer you. Do you believe what your
Especially the
father
other
told you?
Not necessarily him. That other dude, I would have pulled him right out. Like, oh, that's they daddy.
If my
You were indoctrinated
Yes.
or whatever you want to
if
call
my
it when you were
father
a child.
if my father had taught me hate, I would never have forgiven him for that. Thank God my father did not teach me how to hate other people.
All you people are is hate anyway.
Well,
Are you a practicing Jew?
Pardon?
Are you a practicing Jew?
Yes.
Your Talmud teaches that anybody that is not a Jew is a beast and to be exploited and used by Jews. The property of the non-Jew is to be taken by you, that we will tend your fields as slaves.
Never,
Your people brought blacks to this country.
Okay, this is not going to become a debate between you and me in the show because I want this primarily.
no, because he's going to smoke you, it seems like. It's not going to become debate between you and him because it seems like he knows a little bit more than you and you don't want to have a debate with him. Answer his question. He didn't ask another debate between you. He wants you to specifically respond to that same exact comment that little Jewish girl projecting her racism got up and said, you guys are dogs in our Bible, and now he's telling you about that same thing, and you don't want to make it a debate with him. No. Let's listen to Pastor Mark some more.
Primarily be the kids.
You
But let
were
me just
raised
say,
on-
I will just say that never for 1 second in my life ever did anybody ever teach me that any other human being.
You little punk. I'm not letting you get out of this, Jerry. You're not getting away from this. He just asked you a specific question about what your race teaches about other people, which the little white girl who claimed to be Jewish got up and said. She said, in our Bible, you guys are dogs. So now he's asking you about that. You answer for your race, which you just claimed, not your race, your religion or your culture that you claimed. The first thing you said was, I'm Jewish. Now he's asking you about being that, and you're trying to denounce it. You answer, Pastor Mark.
Is less because of their race, because of their religion, because of how they believe in God. And I would never, ever pass that on to my child. So the answer is no.
You're lying. You're lying. Why he looking at you like that?
All we're saying, what we're saying.
You want to know the funny thing about Mark, Pastor Mark, is how he resembles Adolf Hitler. You see what I'm saying? And he's arguing. Never mind.
That can be proven by anybody that has any doubt about us to read the Babylonian Talmud and see how evil, vile, disgusting that is.
The problem
I look at you
is-
as the enemy.
And the little girl said it. So, Jerry, you're going to have to stand up for your culture. The little girl got up and said it. I checked her for it. You remember. Y'all seen it. So, what are we saying? Jerry, answer these men questions. It was cool when you was walking up on his daughter, talking about, oh, well, you would kill my daughter, trying to intimidate her. Now that daddy out here. Walk up on him and ask him when he do it.
Yeah, the problem
You're the
is...
Yehudi, Shatan.
Yeah, okay, the
All right?
problem is you and
And you know it.
You and I are going to pass on and move on to other things. I'll stop doing this talk show
Oh, I
one day.
hope my God comes
Yeah.
before that happens.
Okay, well, you'll get your piece of flesh if you get your way. But let me tell you
I got
something.
many pieces of flesh.
The problem is...
That was a threat, first of all. But continue.
problem is I can tolerate your hatred and I'll survive it. But you know what? You're sending a child into this world, and this child is going to have to face...
That's
in
only
enti-
if my God does not return soon enough.
Yeah.
If he returns soon enough, my child's not going to have to face what you think.
Yeah. I would not gamble with my
That's another threat.
child.
He gives me a
That's
choice.
the difference between...
These children here are deceived. I have no animosity towards these children. It's the parents here that teach these children that multiculturalism is right. And it's
all the
evil.
parents-
It's evil.
And all the parents...
Welcome to 2022. Aries, whatever your name is.
The world are wrong,
Be
right?
ye a separate
All the
people.
parents of the world are wrong, and you're right.
ye a
Everyone
separate
who reads
people.
the Bible
No,
is wrong,
because
but
your-
you're right.
your race does not
Everybody who
fool
reads
me.
it, all the Christians that read the Bible are right. All the people
Hey,
that go to
Yehudi,
Catholic
you don't
Church are
fool
wrong.
me.
And only God has made you two right.
Judeo.
How can you
He
believe
made
that
the
and
white
pass
race
that
white.
poison
You're
on
from
to
a
your
bastardized
child?
race.
How can you believe that Judeo-Christianity is right?
The what?
Judeo-Christianity. The Babylonian Talmud teaches.
This guy is a descendant of Adolf Hitler himself. Look at him. Look at this dude. This guy's related to Hitler. Look at him.
That Jesus was himself a devil, that his mother was a harlot. For there are Catholics in this audience that know
If I don't like Jewish people who had a face, it would be this. This is what Hitler looks like, literally.
that your book teaches that Mary was a harlot.
All right. Okay. All right.
How can
Now,
you speak?
let me just say a word. Let me just
believe what you want.
We're grown people talking.
to believe in the Bible.
Okay, let me
believe
just-
the whole Bible.
Okay.
Love
Let
thy
me-
neighbor as one would love thyself. Yes, if
Well,
your
I'll be
neighbor
right
is
with you.
another white Christian.
Okay.
Not a Judeo-Christian.
Please, may I have order?
Whoa, this man just said that the Bible says love your neighbor like you love yourself as long as they're a white Christian. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Please,
Sure.
boys and girls,
Amazing.
shh. I'm going to take this opportunity, and I feel a necessity to do this because the show happens to have my name on it, that I want to formally apologize to the people of who's ever happens to be watching the show. The point of this show is not to preach the kind of hate that you're hearing today. The point of this show is to say that there are children that are being raised in our country that are having hateful beliefs, and how are we going to deal with it? There is no disrespect meant for anybody's religion. God bless you all. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm putting that at the beginning of my video as a disclaimer. So if you came this far in the video, this is the second time you heard that, because that was my disclaimer for everything that we are gonna talk about, discuss, disagree with, agree with, laugh at, all that. That's the disclaimer right there. Thanks, Jerry.
With your attitudes, I know that a lot of people would be willing to kill you. Is that fair?
Pardon me?
With your attitudes, I think there would be a lot of people willing to kill you. Do you think that's fair?
Sure, I'm in for
Once again, another white person standing up, projecting their evil, vile nature. She got up and said that your race is dogs. He got up and said a bunch of people would want to kill you. You're projecting, white little boys and girls.
fight. I am in for a good fight. That's fine. But we practice. You better
guys
start
know you're
practicing
like
now
Adolf
if you
Hitler.
think you're going to kill
You
me.
want to kill everybody. Are you proud of that?
I didn't say everybody.
Race.
I didn't say I wanted to
You
kill
wanted to-
everybody.
you think
I
that's-
have enemy
When
identification.
6 million
Tell me who. Because maybe I was just talking, maybe I missed it. You said who? You said you ain't say everybody. Who you said? Who you said? Who's on the list, bro?
Jews got killed, you thought that was good.
6 million.
This little kid cool as hell, dog. Respect for this little boy right here. He's cool. I like his vibe.
Holocaust? I'm a revisionist. The Holocaust, not a Holocaust. The Holocaust is yet to come.
Okay, so what you're saying, excuse me,
This guy gonna get canceled when this video come out. Golly, you still around, buddy? They gonna come find you when this footage come out.
you're saying that excuse me, are you saying that my grandparents and my uncles and aunts were not killed in the Holocaust? Could you help me
there
find
is
them,
no
please, sir?
Holocaust.
When the show is over.
Jerry, you keep trying to personalize stuff with people that don't give a damn, fam. You tried it with your daughter. Now you trying it with your family. He's about to disrespect your whole lineage. I paused it before it happened because I just got a good sense of things like this. But he's about to disrespect your whole family lineage, period. He's about to disrespect the Springer name.
Could you come with me and help find them then? Because I happen to
Come with you and help find them?
Okay,
Oh, they
because-
went up in smoke.
Are they
What-
hiding out? Did 6 million people
where were
suddenly
they
right
from?
away,
Where were they from?
and
Maybe we can
hide
tell
out in the
by the
back of
color
some
of the smoke.
McDonald's? What do you...
Did he just say he put them in a pack? He said they went up in smoke. This is disrespect. I told y'all what he was going to do. He said he put them in a pack. He said he was blowing a Springer pack.
think happened to them, sir? 6 million human beings got killed,
6
got
million.
gassed.
How come the numbers don't jive? How come the number of the Jews before and after the war don't jive? How come there were more Jews after the war than before the war if 6 million were killed?
You know that you can't say this stuff, right? Andrew. Is your name Andrew? Forgot your name already. But you can't say this stuff. If you was Ye, if you was Kyrie, and you put up a link to a tweet, you'd be done, by. You can't believe this. There's people that believe this stuff. It's people who actually say this about y'all. Damn, I thought that it was, see, look, we've been mistaken. We've been led to believe that it's black people that believe this. It's white people that believe this. Too. Oh, okay. So I'm learning today.
Some of us love. We don't just die.
Well, where do you meet up with? Where do you meet up with? Where do you meet up with myself and my Palestinian cousins? After
Nobody
we'll see what
claims you-
happens.
Trust
We're going
me,
to be
sir.
fighting side
Trust
by
me,
side.
sir.
Every last Yehudi Shatan.
Meanwhile, there is a war right now in Israel. Oh, see?
Die.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I want to ask the little girl in the end. You know, I'm a Jew, and you won't come near me. I know that, or you've made yourself clear. Trust me, I won't come near you the way you're talking with the 10-foot pole. But like, can I ask you? Did I crucify your God? Did me standing right here? Did I do that?
You're racist.
You want to be accountable for what your ancestors did. Don't ask that question, did you do it? Because then that gives you the right to ignore. See, she's the future of the world. That little girl that just stood up is the future of the world. People that's like, oh, I didn't do it, so I don't give a shit about it. Black people deal with this lady too. Shit like that. So, see, I recognize what she just did. And she asked the coolest person in the group. I wish she would have asked the redhead terrorist the question. So she should have checked her ass. This little girl is nice. So she's going to be nice with the answer to the question. But she probably shouldn't, because that was low-key some stupid racist. It's not what's a racist what she said, but it's what racist people do. They act like they didn't do nothing, so they don't got to give a damn. Hold the L. No, you didn't do it. The ancestors did. Now, I'm not condoning what they saying, but what I'm saying is it's some accountability. Not as far as they trying to take it on your ass, but it's some. And you try to act like, well, I didn't do it, so there is no accountability. Well, yes, the hell it is. So sit your ass down. I hope she check you, but she's not, because she's too nice.
Did she?
She don't even
Go
look
ahead,
like
let's
one.
hear from her. What's your name?
Did he just
Did Mark
whisper
stand
that
up
she
on her?
don't even look like one? What does that mean? See what I'm saying? Nobody looks like one. To me, I think Jerry Springer looks like those dudes on that set. But he's Jewish and they're not. I would never be able to pick, like if you put them three together and be like, yo, who is the Jewish guy? I would have picked the dude with the sitting down over Jerry.
Did Margot crucify your God?
No, I know I wouldn't have. Jerry got it. Respectfully.
Yes.
Respectfully. He got that nose.
Excuse me, Margot personally? How old are you, Margot?
Ancestors crucified my God.
No, did Margot personally crucify you? How old are you, Margot?
12.
Was God, what was this, 12 years ago that Christ died? Okay. What I'm
She
saying to you...
personally did not crucify him, but her ancestors did, and her race
Okay,
did.
so...
Right. See? Let the terrorists speak. Let the terrorists speak. I told you they should have let her get that question. She was going to answer it the right way. She did, and she's right.
In other words, Margot, did Margot kill your God?
She didn't. Her ancestors did.
Okay, all right. Her ancestors have long since passed.
That means Margot shouldn't give a damn about how she feels then, right? Right. That's how white people feel about black people. Same thing. Did I own slaves? What she's asking right now is the cousin of did I own slaves? No, motherfucker, but your ancestors did. And you're held accountable for it. So this angle right here, you're losing it. Bad, because it's the shit that y'all do. Not with it and recognizing it in every way.
The question now is, are you willing...
We don't hate Jews as an
Are you willing to kill Margot?
Stop asking that. She already told you that your daughter is out of here. You think this little girl ain't gonna get it too? You, your daughter, little Margot, whoever. When their God says it's time, they're coming to purge. She told you. That's what she said. These are her words. I'm not agreeing with her. I'm not with her. But I'm just telling you, I'm just relaying a message. That's what she said. So why you keep separating people? If she get your daughter in a heartbeat, she said it in a second. Looked you like she's a ruthless assassin. So you're asking a ruthless assassin. You're asking Colombiana, would she scalp this little girl? And she would.
To kill Margot?
Yes.
When the time comes.
Stop asking them that. They're little supremacists. They want the world purged.
We don't hate Jews as an individual person. We hate them as a race. We hate what they stand for.
Okay, but you understand, even if I accept that you're entitled to hate who you want, why, you say you don't hate her personally, but yet you would be willing to kill her. That's what you're saying. Let's stop putting labels.
Jerry, our children already said, when the time comes and our God returns and she is marked, if she's not marked, we're not going to kill her. She'll answer to Yahweh. All right, if she is not a Jew. Only Yahweh knows the true Jew. We cannot do anything until our God returns, except just punishment for people that do things that are against God now.
Yeah.
What we're
and I want to say this. It was slaves that was saying the same thing. It's a lot of slaves that stayed in slavery waiting for their God to return. And he been waiting since 93, and it's now 2023. So he been waiting 30 years after this date for his God, right? And a lot of people going to be waiting a lot longer too. So, whatever.
Teaching is no different than what Martin Luther taught, no different than what the early popes taught. They are a race of devils.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
I didn't say...
They thought he said Martin Luther King. Little idiots. That's why you don't need to talk to little kids. They booed because he thought he said Martin Luther King.
You had said on prior occasion during this program that there's nothing personal, that you don't hate blacks. There's nothing personal. You just want them to go away, or I'm paraphrasing you now, perhaps live in another country or whatever. And what's your name?
Carla.
Carla. If Carla lived next door to you, would you actually go to her house and say, please get out of the country?
No.
You wouldn't want to live next door to my house.
Why not? Why not?
Because our family is racist, and there's no blacks in the community at all.
Let's say...
Hey, that was some real shit, bro. I can't even disrespect that. He's like, yo, you wouldn't want to live next to us. Our family's racist. Like, that makes sense, Jerry. Like, why would you want to live next to a racist? Like, if you could pick anywhere to live, if the perfect thing wouldn't be that your neighbors don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could pick the perfect neighborhood, it wouldn't be, my neighbors don't like me. Like, no, that's not how it goes. So I respect exactly what he just said. We're racist. Why you want to live next to me? I don't like you. You won't like me. No, you can't borrow no sugar. Don't bring your dumb ass over here. I'm going to call the police on you. I'm going to find a reason to everything. What are you saying, Jerry?
She bought a house to her parents, her mom and dad decided.
I wouldn't go up to her and say to move.
You would not?
No.
Well,
'Cause he's a little.
Okay, so in other words,
who gets empowered through his daddy and through reading a book.
Personally, you don't have anything against him. You wouldn't do.
Oh, girl, what's her name? She said her name. Her was Carla. No, you know, you a man. But I feel like at your age right there, if they put y'all two together, Carla would have whooped your little ass. I believe that. Maybe not now, you a grown ass man, but then, like at that moment, if we let Carla get you one-on-one, she'd have whooped your ass. I believe it.
Anything, but yet you go out and kill.
She's a fighter.
I wouldn't kill. I'm not gonna. I would kill a Jew when God says so. But I don't know about the blacks. God doesn't say much about the blacks in the Bible.
I teach them to separate.
Well, let that other girl said it. They did. They do. They said she's the beast of the field. Black people are the beast of the field. Let the little redhead terrorists tell it.
Themselves and to preserve their culture and their civilization. That's all.
Why would you want to separate all the blacks from you guys? We all are the same kind.
Is that
We come
Draymond
from-
Green? What year is this? Draymond Green, he's a little bit too old to be Draymond Green. Draymond Green wouldn't have been this old in 93. When was Draymond born? Is this Draymond Green? It's not Draymond Green. He would have to be. He's a little bit too young to be Draymond Green. I mean, like, he's a little bit too old to be Draymond Green. It's not Draymond Green. This happened 30 years ago. It's not Draymond Green. Draymond Green was probably born in 90, 91 or something like that.
Okay.
God brought us down from
Is black beautiful? Then keep it beautiful. Keep it black.
Set y'all dumbasses up. Hey, you like yourself? Yeah, you do? Well, stay the fuck away from me then.
I would just like to know, you said that when your God comes back, you're going to kill all Jews. So where's your God? Is he like at a pit stop or something?
My God.
I want to know where he's at too, but that's just another question that I have in a separate conversation. That's, but I want to know too. That's a good question.
My God, whom your ancestors and your teachers murdered, will return at the end of this millennium and establish his kingdom on the ashes of your ancestors.
Okay, so we got, 7 years?
I don't know. I'm not a prophet.
Well, that's the end of a millennium.
I'm not a prophet. I'm a teacher.
Yeah, well, a teacher should know that 1,000 years is a millennium. You said at the end of the millennium. The millennium is 7 years from now.
The word was age. It's translated millennium from the Greek. It's a non-specific time. I think it's pretty soon.
Okay.
I want to know, if your God told you to kill all the Jews now, would you kill every Jew in here?
If he was here and he gave me the opportunity, yes. David in the Bible wrote psalms about killing people.
These dudes is gonna get canceled when this video comes out, and it's old, and it's still gonna get canceled.
That are the Jews descended from.
I think I know where your God came from is underground, the devil.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
So are you calling white people devils? Because go on.
Let me focus for a second on blacks, because we've talked an awful lot about how you feel towards Jews. You say you don't hate blacks. What do you feel about them, and what do you want done with them?
When time comes, God will send them back to their homeland, Africa. I have nothing against them.
It's very interesting that these hateful people don't really hate black people, but they hate other people. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to hear, but it makes a little sense, seeing as how, like I said, Ye exposed a lot of stuff that people try to act like isn't real, but it's being exposed by him. So,
Why will God send them to Africa?
Because all the races will go back to their homeland.
Well, where do whites go? This used to belong to
Whites stay here.
First of all, the question is stupid, and I believe the answer gonna be even more stupid. Watch this.
New Jerusalem. America.
Excuse me, whites stay in New Jersey?
New Jerusalem. The United States, New Jerusalem.
Okay, but the Native Americans, which we used to call Indians, they were here first. We have to get out.
No.
No, and
white doesn't have a history. Everybody knows this, so he's asking a trick question. Where the hell are you gonna go? Answer it directly.
So when are you leaving?
I'm not leaving. Listen.
Okay, I'll listen.
In the Bible, it says in Genesis 2, in the chapter of 2, in Genesis, it says that be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it. Subdue it is to rule over, and he was talking to us Israelites, the Adamites, from Adam.
What? What
He
is
was
that?
talking to Adam.
Okay, well,
We're from Adam.
What has that? Wait a sec. What has that got to do with the fact that if we're returning to where we're from, I gotta tell you that if you go back far enough in your family, you're not from the United States of America. Okay, you're probably.
I don't care, but white
Well,
Christian
wait a second.
America.
You said everybody's got to go
States
back.
is the promised land. God gave it to us.
Okay, so, God gave it. Ooh.
I would like to apologize for that comment on behalf of anyone connected, related, or anything related to people in the Indian Removal Act. Any Native American, person following this page or even coming across this video or anything on behalf of this stupid, fat little dummy, I would like to apologize.
That's how it goes.
Excuse me?
If you don't like it, then
Excuse me. Wait. God gave the United States of America
it's
to
the
us?
promised land.
Wait, is this in the Bible?
I promise that I will land a right cross on your little dumb ass. You grown now, so we ain't talking about no little kid. The 40-year-old version of you.
That's how it goes.
Excuse me?
If you don't like it, then
Excuse me. Wait. God gave the United States of America
it's
to
the
us?
promised land.
Wait, is this in the Bible? The Bible was written before 1776.
Yeah.
Yes, and it does
Wasn't
tell the future.
So how did God know that there was no United States of America? How could God have given? How in the Bible could it say that God?
God prophesies future in the Bible.
Where? What? Who? When? How? You're lying. You're cap. You're stupid. You're 12.
Well, for one, I am a Baptist child, and for one, who do y'all think y'all coming to this state and just saying stuff about our white people here? Us black people were the first people here. Cause I'm Indian, and I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all saying y'all gonna kill somebody? I dare y'all come and touch some of them. Cause all of us is one color. Cause when the lights go off, all of us are black.
God bless you.
To put his words another way, you ain't gonna do a damn thing. Nothing. And that's why ain't nothing happen and ain't nothing gonna happen if you gotta do it. You ain't gonna do a fucking thing, okay? You hear me? He ain't hit the cuss. He couldn't cuss. I cuss for him. You ain't do a fucking thing, okay?
I want to know. I'm white and I'm Christian, just like you.
You're white?
And I believe in the same God you do. But somehow, how can God be hate and love at the same time?
Because there is evil in this world that we were commanded to destroy.
Yes. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Who might be the evil Hitler?
Because it always starts out as a joke, and one day, unchecked, it can turn into a belief that this very sincere 9-year-old girl sits here on television in front of America, and she hates. She hates. She's ready to kill. That's the danger of racism. That's the danger of ethnic humor. And that's why we got to put a stop to it now.
Thank God
Yes.
this is America and we still have the freedom, right?
Excuse
You won't never control me, Yehudi.
me, this is to all y'all. If y'all want to get by the Jews, I want to get by y'all because we are one nation and we are one race.
Good for you.
No, we ain't, but I feel you.
Well, this is for the one in the flower dress. I am a Christian. I go to church every Sunday and read the Bible. I don't see where it says
blacks should go back to Africa or Jews should get killed. So wherever you come from, if I was you, I would stop trying to kill somebody and think about what somebody should do to you.
Remember this. Remember this. When you go home tonight, open your Bible and turn to John 8:44. Yeah. And then you will know where I'm coming from about the Jews.
Yes.
I'm gonna post the scripture up at the end, and I'm gonna post this up.
John 8:44.
I have a question for the girl in the flower.
Because I think you're stupid.
Just, you get me a Bible and you tell me, you get me that page, and if it says that God is hate, then I will believe that.
Good. Bible. I'll show you. Hope you mean it.
Let's not start believing what the Bible says, because then you're gonna get canceled by certain communities. Because, never mind. Let's go.
What kind of Christian you is talking about killing somebody?
Little boy. Maybe you don't know how religion. These people are brutal. The Christian faith is based upon all types of corrupt actions, bro. Slavery and all type of things. So yeah, that's a bad question, little boy.
If you look at me right now, can you tell if I'm Jewish or Christian?
No. And that's a perfect question to ask. I don't know what you are until you become offended by something that someone says. I got to look and see how you responded to yay to know what you are, whether you're white or Jewish. I cannot tell a white person from a Jewish person until I start asking them now questions about yay. And when I see their response to him, then I'll know the difference. So no, I don't know the difference. I don't. So no, they don't. Because I'm way smarter than them. And they're little kids. So if I don't know, they don't know. No way. The answer to that question is no. They don't.
No. You look like a white Christian to me. And if you believe that you're a Jew, then you're probably deceived.
Are you a Jew?
That dude is funny, man.
See, you look white to me.
No, I'm not a Jew.
All right,
but Jerry looks white to me. Ben Shapiro looks white to me. Howard Stern looks white to me. The people who are Jewish look white to me. So, you know, I don't know.
Girl asked me a question.
Yes.
Do you want to answer?
Go ahead.
All right. Ye are of your father the devil. The lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth.
Is this talking to God?
This is God. This is God talking.
This is God?
This is God talking. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Okay.
That's Jesus Christ talking about the Jews.
Yeah.
Our hatred comes out of the Bible.
Well, you're interpreting. Go ahead.
This is...
Well, you asked him a question, the man read the book, and do you believe the book or do you believe yourself? You asked the man a question, he answered it. I mean, he gave you an answer. Sound like a liar. I wouldn't know. But you a liar and all these evil things? Yeah, sound bad to me. So is he right, or is the book wrong, or is what we doing? We just pick and choosing? Well, we know that's what we doing. But is we just picking and choosing what we want out the book? Or is we letting people preach out the book? Because he's preaching out the book. That's what he doing. I mean, what we doing with his sermon? You walking out the church?
This is to everyone. Minus the religious aspects of all of this, what about the hostility and the anger that's all being bred here? That is, how can that be positive? That's so negative.
This is the only thing that's going to save our race, is the hostility. Yeah. The hostility. That's all. That's the only thing that's going to save our race from the multitude.
All right.
Now go watch my Matt Walsh video. She got mad at a black lady for saying white people are committed to being villains. But this guy is the person that he was talking about. This guy's committed to being a villain.
Okay, let me close with you. And I guess I've been spending a lot of time with you because maybe I sense the most hope with you because you're only 9. Is there anything that you have heard today?
It's not that. She has the most hope, period, because she's the coolest one there. That's what it is. The redhead girl's an evil terrorist. She's the worst of the bunch of all. She's a terrorist. She will never change. There's no way.
That at least you're willing to say, you know, I'm my own person. I'm my own mind. I'm willing to think about this. If all these very good and decent human beings that come to this show have never met you before the show started, I'm sure they thought, boy, what a cute little girl there. You know, I'd like to be her friend. Is there any possible hope that you will think about all that we've talked about today, and maybe you can grow up not hating? Any hope that we have?
No.
No.
No hope. It's all done. No, let her talk. Go ahead. Explain
I
that.
already told you.
That's
no,
it?
motherfucker. What else you want?
That's it.
Do you know more now than you
No,
did when you were
that's it.
5?
Yes.
If you know more now than you did than you were 5, why do you think you won't know more at 15 than when you were 9?
She gonna know more about why she hates your ass. Don't ask her no questions. She done already told your ass. She hates you.
Because this is a free country and I can believe in whatever
I know
I
you're
want
allowed
to.
to.
And you can't
Please
change
understand.
What I believe in.
Oh, please understand. You're allowed to believe whatever you want. What I'm saying is, do you think you're now as smart as you're ever going to be?
No.
So therefore, there is the opportunity that as you get older, you can become even smarter.
Why do you think being smarter equates to somebody liking your ass? It's a lot of people who are like Rizza Islam. They become smart and it makes them know why they don't like your motherfucking ass. For real. So stop saying smart like that's gonna stop her from hating your ass. It's not. It's a lot of smart people who do not like you, her, nothing. Us, white black people, all of it.
I'm not going to change what I believe in, so.
I'm just asking whether or not you could become smarter.
Stop saying
Smarter.
that shit. Stop insulting people's intelligence to think that it equates to liking you. It don't. It don't.
Christian identity, maybe.
Can you become smarter than you are at 9? Or are you as smart as you'll ever be?
That's a stupid
I
question.
can become smarter.
Okay. So if you become smarter, there is the hope for all of us that as you become smarter, maybe you'll also become kinder. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
That's not a good equation. That being smart, it means you're going to be kind. No. No, 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 no. Because Hitler was smart. He studied. He studied public speaking. He was smart. And so you going to tell me that he got smarter and got nicer? No, he got smarter and got more dominant. He became more evil with his brain power. So I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that.
Criminal is that they weren't born like this. They were taught this. Okay, obviously, I don't agree with anything any of you said today, but this is America, and I will fight to the death your right to say it. So to that extent, I'm glad we had an opportunity to at least hear your views and discuss them.
Jerry, where the hell you been at during the cancel culture? If you disagree with somebody, but you gonna fight for their right to say it, where the hell your ass been at during this whole... How you feel about Trump? How you feel about Ye? How you feel about Andrew Tate? How you feel about Kevin Samuels? Hell, damn. Where you been at? You respect people's right to talk? I ain't seen you speak up for nothing. While the world has violated everybody's First Amendment and made it cool to do. That's the most popular crime to violate somebody on. First Amendment? Psh, hell out of here.
You know, it's easy to pass off the kids we had on our show today as sick and deranged, and I guess they are. But what is criminal is that they weren't born like this. They were taught this poison. They've been raised this way. So the question now becomes, how do we protect the young and the innocent from being so corrupted and abused by their parents? Now, admittedly, the cases we heard today are the extreme, but we've got to know that there are still...
I don't think it was their parents that did it. It was their religion that did it. Them being mistaught the Bible, just like everyone else that's mistaught it, corrupts their thinking. It just is in different ways.
It's racism in America. Those who take all the freedoms and blessings of our great country and then defile it with their hate. And the fact is, more often than not, the hate mongers, those who shame America, didn't become that way overnight. The chances are they were raised that way. The chances are they used to be the kids we saw today. So we've got a lot of work to do. A lot of educating to do. Because although some of these kids will someday grow out of it, some won't. And they'll have kids too, reminding us that the fight to keep America decent and free is never over, so long as the human mind has the ability to conjure up hate. We've got to remain vigilant. The price of keeping America free is expensive, but worth it. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Thoughts is that some of these little kids are idiots. All of them little kids on the stage is idiots. It's hope for the little youngest girl and the big fat kid with the sweater, because, like I said, he looks like he's gonna grow up and be a member of the inclusion camp. So, my final thoughts are that religion corrupts people's minds when they are mistaught it and don't know any better. Like and subscribe.